Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to begin on page 121 with As These Shabbat Candles Give Light. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. If you couldn't see that, the match actually broke in half. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. We will continue. On page 126, I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services. But I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. I believe we are going to go to all the way to page 138 for Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. Shamur v'zakur b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el Chamichad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litila. L'chad dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. Hitorari, Vikiva orek mi uri, shir daberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. Bo'i v'shalom ha'ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'tzahara, Tokununei am segula, Bo'i kala. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. L'chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabala. You may be seated. Okay, we're going to go ahead to the Reader's Kaddish on page 144. Yitkedal v'yitkedal shemei rabba, B'yamad yivrach yirteh v'yamlik malchuteh, B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayed kol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'yimaru amen. Yeheshmei rabba mavorach, Le'olam me'omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, V'yipar v'yiraman v'yinaseh, V'yithadar v'yithalel, V'yithalel, Shemei Kudesh Abrichu, Le'olam. Le'olam im kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nehemata, Damiron be'oma, v'imru amen. That takes us to the Baruch on page 146. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. On page 149, this is an hour of change. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand, uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai ha'ariv aravim. Page 151. Wisdom and wonder in the middle of the page. Passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. That takes us to the Shema on page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. And right into Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'kol lavavcha v'kol nafshecha v'kol me'adecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anaki mitzvachai hayom alevad v'cha Vishinantam levanecha, v'dibartam bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lachtecha v'derech, uv'shakbecha uv'kumecha, uv'shartam, v'yot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot beinecha, Uktavtam amuzazo betecha uvisharecha Laman tiskaru vasitem ekol mitzvatai vitem kadoshim leloheichem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. On page 157, at the top of the page, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And that brings us to Mi Kamocha on page 158. Mi Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot, Osefela, Nora tehilot, O Sefela, Malchutecha, Ra'uvanecha, Bokei Ayam, Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Zeli, Anu v'Amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar kifara Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. I think I'm going to read the English on page 160. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Okay, that brings us to page 162 and Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam barit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam barit olam. B'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam barit olam. Sorry. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam barit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam barit olam. Please rise for tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufiya gita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanera, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezoker Haste Avrim Ahot, Umefi Gula, Livne B'neihem, Laman Shemo Be'ahava, Melechut Zer Mushia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Megain Avraham, Vezrat Sarah. Page 168. Atagi Borlelam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Atarav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Haim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Barachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verafei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umakayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mikamocha Bal Givurut, Umido Melech, Melech Memit, Umachaye, Umatzmiya Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahil takol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Page 170. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Kadoshim b'kol yom, Yalahu asela, Baruch atah Adonai, El HaKadosh. And now we take a moment for silent prayer. We continue with Oseh Shalom on page 180. Oseh Shalom Bimrama, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Vimru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. It's time for the Mishat Berach. Do we have any names online? 371.
Yeah, we have, let's see, we have one name online right now for Robin Miller, and then
Oh,
I also have Angel Grace, who's one of my sister's friends.
okay. Do you have a list? Elliot Browse? No. May as well put David in there as well. David Vid. Okay. Misha. I was waiting for that. Start over. Misha Berach Avotenu Makor HaBracha Lilotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Makor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Excuse me? I was thinking Wendy Fine. I didn't say it. And Sonia. I have found something to share about this week's Torah portion from our usual source, which is Chabad. I found, now, I did not realize, but this Torah portion, Naso, is actually the longest portion in the whole Torah. So, that being said, I tried to find the shortest one that I could find. No. I found one that I thought had some meaning. So, one of the sections in this parsha describes the tribal leaders and how they were chosen. Now, it refers to the leader as the prince of each tribe, was not only its political leader, but also its spiritual leader. So what kind of people were appointed? Rashi commented that these were the same men whom the Egyptians appointed as officers over their Jewish brethren. These Jewish officers were instructed to beat the Jewish slaves if they failed to produce their quota of bricks. But they had compassion and refrained. Instead, when the bricks presented to the Egyptian taskmasters were fewer than expected, the officers themselves took the beatings. Therefore, these officers merited to become the tribal leaders. Now, the Midrash notes that the Hebrew term match means both tribe and stick. Thus, Roshei Hamatot can mean both the heads of the tribes and the heads that were beaten with sticks. One other, it may come in handy. Thank you. When regarding the construction of the tabernacle, the leaders did not donate first. They said, let the people bring what they can, and we'll fill in whatever is missing at the end. As the wealthiest among the Jews, they could have theoretically provided everything on their own. But as true leaders, their aim was first and foremost to ensure that the people did all that they needed to do. Only then did they think of themselves. Okay. This is the last little bit. When a person finds an opportunity to do a good deed, they must seize it and make the most of it. We might find ourselves thinking, why should I be the one to do this? There are so many others who can do it just as well. Am I expected to pile my wagon up to the top? To pile it so high with stuff that a Levite needs to climb up to make sure nothing falls off? Why should all the pressure be on me? It would be better to spread it around. Now, I'm just going to share a story about myself. Barry thinks it is just it's plain silly when I do this, but I like to go. We walk our dogs in some parks that are not paved, and so we're hiking through the woods. And I like to bring a bag along so I can pick up trash when I see it along the way. Now, rarely do I find a lot of trash. Usually it's just a piece here and a piece there. But I can't stand walking past it. So does that count as a good deed because I'm doing it well? I am doing it for the park and for nature. So I guess it is. But sometimes I ask myself, if I do walk past it, what's going to happen with it? Is it ever going to decay? Will it ever turn into dirt? We know the plastic won't. Anyway, I'm just going to leave you with that. Okay, so we are going from there to the Elenu. I think the book would have opened by itself to that page. Elenu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedula l'yotzer breshit shalo asanu kagei aratzot velo samanu kamishpahot adama shalo sam kelkenu kahem v'goralenu kekol hamunam V'anachnu kurim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malkei hamlakim Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shahuna Teshamayim Vayosed Aretz Moshev Kegaru Bashamayim Mima'al Ushkin Hatuzo Begave Meromi Hu Eloheinu Ein Od Emet Malkeinu Efezulato Kakatuf Betorato V'yadat Hayam V'hashivota El V'avanecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Bashamayim Mima'al V'yal ha'aretz Mitachat Ein Od. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad. Okay, the yard sites for May. I have Sarah Paratsky, Samuel Ruchin, Norman Freed, Hy Barretts, Linda Gausted, Francis Diskin, Samuel Levy, Murray Schlein, Sylvia Kaplan, Alex Fine. Any other names? No? Okay. On page 592. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you can't give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We have the Mourner's Cottage on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yamad divrah chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayichon v'yomachon v'chayei dekol be'Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen Yehesh shmei rabbah mavarach le'olal Almaya, Yit Barak v'Yish Tabak v'Yipar v'Yit Roman v'Yit Naseh v'Yit Hadar v'Yit Haleh v'Yit Halal Shemei Dekudasha B'Richu Le'olah min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbachata v'nechemata Amiran b'yama v'imru Amen Yehesh Shlama Rabba min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. V'osei shalom b'mumav hu yasei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Interesting. You want to do Ein Keloheinu? Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kamokeinu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Kamokenu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kamokeinu, Mi Kamoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Amokeinu, Nodel Amoshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. And that concludes our service. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.